Yo, what's going on, guys? It is GB Smokescreen here. We are back for a brand new video. This is going to be a deck profile on my Mekk Knight deck that I have made, that I've played probably past 2 videos, I think. I believe it was 2 or 3, I don't remember, haven't looked. Anyway, this is my Mekk Knight deck that I've been playing in the last 2 days now. I find the build pretty good. It's a very strong second turn deck and everything, because they do require quite a bit. They do require your opponent to have a bit of cards in your field to at least get the flow going, but they can go first, but they're a lot stronger than going second. I tend to blind first with the deck. I don't know why I do. I just do, but you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna try and see if I can, try and get out of that habit. Go second with the deck. All right. I don't know. I just hope that I get Venus every time, and I shouldn't rely on that. Anyway, this is my Mekk Knight deck. I'm gonna go through the whole deck. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys do, hit the like button, and let's get to it. All right. So first off, we have 3 Mekk Knight Purple Nightfalls. This guy is basically what's a card that basically relates to this? Like it just banish itself and just search out free mech, or just to search out a free monster. But yeah, this guy pretty much, he can, being a quick effect, he can just banish himself immediately. He can just banish himself. Well, any Mekk Knight, he can banish any Mekk Knight, including himself, and then you can add a Mekk Knight from your deck, to your hand, except another Nightfall. And then during the standby phase of the next turn, sorry, not of the next, of your next turn, the monster you banish returns to your board, and you can just put them in any zone you want. You can put them wherever, like, you're not really going to be summoning any Mekk Knights there, so you can just summon them there, and then that's all. So another thing I forgot to mention: if you don't know how the Mekk Knights work, basically you're able to summon them. You're able to special summon them from your hand if there are at least 2 or more cards in the same column. So, and you can only do, and then for each Mekk Knight, you can only do that. You can only summon them that way once for each Mekk Knight. So you can summon Dusk once. You can summon Nightfall once. You can summon Indigo once. You can summon Red Moon once, Green, whatever. Anyway, alright. So 3 does this card. Just a free search. Very handy. Love the card. Anyway, we got 3 copies of Mekk Knight Indigo Eclipse. This is probably the second best card next to Nightfall. This is one of the best Mekk Knights in the deck. Basically, first off, he can, like all the Mekk Knights, he can special summon them. You can special summon from your hand if you have 2 or more in the same column. And then also, he can actually move your Mekk Knight monsters to different main monster zones on your side of the field. So basically, you can, you just say, like, you have a Mekk Knight in the middle. You can use Indigo's back. You can move it like all the way to the left, all the way to the right, or maybe one space to the left or right, whichever one you need. All right. You can also move the link monster in the extra monster zone down to your main monster zones, and then you're free to use your extra monster zone again. All right. It's a really good card, and then it really combos off with the World Legacy cards that I will get into in just a moment. It's a really good card. It really helps the deck function. I recommend 3, no less than 3. Anyway, we have 3 Mekk Knight Blue Skies. This is probably the best searcher in the deck, but this is probably like close to the best searcher in the deck, just because it can net you a whole lot of cards. Anyway, its effect is basically if you special summon them or normal summon them from your hand, you can add Mekk Knight monsters with different names, except for Blue Sky, from your deck to your hand, equal to the number of cards on your opponent's field that are in the same column as or as Blue Sky. So basically, how it works is, let's say you normal or special summon Blue Sky to a column, and then let's say that column has 2 cards your opponent has in that one column. Then that means that Blue Sky can get you 2 Mekk Knight monsters from your deck. If they had 1, you can get 1 card. If you summoned one with an extra monster zone, and they had 3 cards at that column, then you search out 3. So yeah, this card can get you can get you quite a bit of searching. All right, get your Mekk Knights to your hand as quickly as possible, and yeah, it's just an overall good card. I recommend it. All right, definitely need to play 3. These 3 Mekk Knights are definitely the best Mekk Knights in the deck, but no, we had some other Mekk Knights because they can only be summoned once a turn by their actual effect. But these next 3 Mekk Knights are actually really good. We got the one Red Moon. Red Moon basically has an effect where you can banish a Mekk Knight from grave, and you can then you can destroy a face-up monster on the field that is in the same column as Red Moon. So, and this is not one per turn effect. So so like if you wanted to, I doubt this. You would never do this. Sorry, you would never do this. But like if you wanted to, you can actually use Red Moon's effect, banish a monster, pop the monster that's in the same column as Red Moon, and then if you wanted to, you can banish another Mekk Knight on the same turn and then pop Red Moon. Like you can actually do that, but like I wouldn't recommend it. Alright, obviously you wouldn't do that. Okay, and then you have the one yellow star. This card does the same. Basically, it's the same thing as Red Moon, except spell and trap cards. So this card is actually pretty good. And then the last Mekk Knight is Green Horizon. Basically, what he does is every time an attack is declared um, against a monster that's in the same column as Green Horizon. So the attack can be either Horizon attacking, or the monster that's in the same column as Horizon, that monster is attacking Horizon. So basically, either way, you can, whichever way is attacking, you can target a Mekk Knight in your grave and then add that card to your hand. So it gets the deck a little bit of recycling. I need the deck a bit of recycling of the Mekk Knights, so I put like 1 green in the deck. It's very good. Okay. Anyway, we got 3 Venus and 3 Mystical Shine Balls. This is probably the best open. Venus is definitely like the best opener of the deck. Alright, because if you can open because if you went second and you have your opponent has a card in the has at least a card on the field, then you can actually get this hold on. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so Venus is definitely the best opener in the deck, because if you went second and you have Venus in your hand and your opponent at least has a card on the field, you can actually Venus can actually open. It's basically a 1-turn Scaldy. Alright, it's basically a 1-card Scaldy, because like, well, not really, but basically how it is just like, no, wait, would it be a 1-turn card Scaldy? No, never mind. No, never mind. Scratch what I said. or maybe. Nah, I'm probably tripping. Never mind. Nah, I'm tripping. Anyway. Okay, well, anyway, basically what this card could do is, like, you can summon your Venus, bring all your Shine Balls, go into a Link Spider. If you have a Mekk Knight in your hand, you can summon that into whatever column that it's available in, and then you can link them all, Scaldy, just like that. And I don't know, Venus is just a very good opener for the deck. It's absolutely amazing. I basically always do the Scaldy play every damn time. And yeah, so anyway, that's it for Venus. It's a really good card. Like, if you're not playing Venus in your Mekk Knight deck, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Anyway, we got 3 Ash Blossoms. I just wanted to have like at least one kind of hand trap in the deck, so I put Ash Blossom in just to shut down some consistencies. Anyway, for spells, we have 2 World Legacy Key. Basically, what it does is that when it's activated, you can add a Mekk Knight monster that is currently banished, or a World Legacy card that's banished, and then add it to your hand. And then also, it can negate your opponent's trap card effects that activate in the same column as a Mekk Knight monster you control. So if you have a Mekk Knight, if your opponent activates a trap card that's in the same column as a Mekk Knight, then it just gets negated. All right. And then there's one for spells, there's one for monster effects, but this is the trap card. This is the one that negates traps, and that's actually really, really good. Anyway, 2 World Legacy Memories. I've been thinking of bumping this up to 3, but I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it I'm liking it 2 right at the moment. Anyway, Memory basically lets you summon a Mekk Knight from your hand or your deck in defense, but is returned to your hand at the end of the turn, and also you're not allowed to summon any monsters for the rest of the turn except for Mekk Knights. So that's the one downside to it. That's why That's why I don't think I'm going to put it up to 3 because of that restriction. But okay, sorry about that. I just had to cut the video a little bit just because my sister interrupted. Anyway, so yeah, this card is like I just don't see myself putting it to 3 just because of the restrictions. And you know, if you basically what's it called? If your opponent puts cards on the field, but they're not in the same columns, you can just play this. You can summon a Sky from your hand if you do, and then you can just get a free search and everything. But you know, I don't know. That's not the best way to use it, but like that's an option you can do. But I don't know. Anyway, continuing, we got trade-ins, we got double trade-ins, we got 2 level 8s. We do have 2 level 8s, well 6 in total, but 2 monsters that are level 8. All right, and that is the Nightfall and Indigo. Those 2 cards are level 8, so I just discard and get another 2 draws. Same thing with double Sacred Sword, Red Moon and Yellow Star are level 7. I just banish them, draw 2, and the best part about this is that you can actually play World Legacy Key and then actually get that monster back. So it's very good. You just basically just get 2 cards for free. Raigeki for board wipes. Reasoning. This is a really good card for the deck. Also, you can just play this and your opponent does, and then it doesn't really matter what your opponent calls. You'll usually get something out of it because you basically have one. You basically have a level for everything. You just don't. You basically have a level for anything except for level 1. Alright, but no one really calls level 1. But yeah, so like they don't have level 1s and then 9 and higher. So I'm not gonna have any targets for that, but anything else I will. Upstart just for 39 card deck. You know what? Why not? Reborn because why not? Soul Charge because why not? And then for traps we are playing 3 copies of World Legacy Whispers. Basically, when this card is activated, you can target a level 5 or higher monster on your field, and then it gains attack and 1,000 attack and defense until the end of the turn. So it's a nice little power booster. Alright, you can also, it's a good card, but if you're basically being attacked by an opponent monster, if that 1,000 boop will win you that fight, you can just activate that. Give your attacked monster 1,000 more attack, win the fight, and that's it. And then another effect this card has is that you can, it has the exact same effect as World Legacy Key with the negation of trap cards that are in the same column, but except this one is for spell cards. This is probably the best one out of all of them. Because what's cool about this is that because now Pendulum monsters are in the spell and trap card zone, this actually can work on them. So that's actually really good. But yeah, this card, it's pretty good. It's probably my favorite one. And then we got 3 copies of World Legacy Secrets. This is basically a Call the Haunted for level 5 or higher monsters, and that's actually really good. You can just use this, bring back your Mekk Knights, and then basically it's the exact same effect as Whispers and Key, except for this one's for monster effects. It will negate monster effects of your opponent's monsters that are in the same column as Mekk Knight. So that is actually really, really good. And that's it for my main deck. It's really, honestly, I find it a pretty decent build and everything. I still work on it every now and then. I've been thinking of dropping Raigeki, but it's still fine. All right, for the extra deck, we are playing 1 Borolo Dragon because, why not? It's Borolo. Why the fuck would you not play it? We got 2 copies of Skuldred, but you know what? Skuldred, honestly, this card is this is definitely my favorite Link monster so far. Alright, I just love this card to death. Alright, draw 4 cards and then you can put whatever 3 cards you don't want. Alright, it's it's beautiful. 1 Firewall. I don't make Firewall very often, but you know what? He's just alright, but he's here just in case. I play 1 Mekk Knight Sanctum Supreme, but again, I don't make this card very often, but you know what? This card is still very good. It can put your opponent in a situation where they can't really do much. All right, I basically make this guy if my opponent is giving me a little bit of a hard time, and then I'll make this, and then they got nothing to answer. They don't really have much to answer to it. So anyway, that's that. We got 1 Nightmare Unicorn. This card is amazing, being able to shuffle, return a card back to the deck, and then you can get a free draw with co-link, so that's also really good. And then it also has any co-link Nightmare monster on the field for your normal draw. For your draw, if you draw one card for each different card named among these co-link Nightmare monsters, instead of drawing just one card. Okay, I'm gonna admit something. I didn't read Nightmare Unicorn completely. I just read it like when Link summoned and everything, and then co-link. I just read that part. I did not know that last effect. Holy crap, that's amazing. I didn't read that part. So I never read that part. So you know what? That makes me like him even more. Okay. Anyway, summons. All right, we got one copy of Summons with Sources. This is probably like out of all my Link 3s, I probably make this guy the most. But he's here again. I don't know. I don't make. I don't tend to link him a whole lot, but I do. But I have my options. Anyway, we got one Decode Talker. This is just a nice little monster. We have two copies of Mekk Morningstar. This card's amazing, honestly, because so basically what it does is when it's Link summon, it's basically a generic. The Link materials are basically generic. It's just that one of them has to be a Mekk Knight, and then its effect basically, if it's Link summoned, you can discard a Mekk Knight or a World Legacy card, and then you can add a World Legacy card from your deck to your hand. So you can go ahead, search Key, search Memory, search Whispers, search Secrets, whichever one you need. And then the last effect of this guy is fucking dumb. Its effect is basic. The effect is basically your Mekk Knight monsters, including himself, cannot be destroyed by battle against monsters in a different column as them. And on top of it, and if that's not as good, bad enough, you take no damage either. You take no damage. Like, what is that? They don't die by if you're calling battles of Mekk Knight that's in a different column. Then they don't die by battle, and you take no damage. What the fuck is that? Okay. Anyway, you got one copy of Nightmare Cerberus. All right, this card's really good. Get a nice little monster clearance and extra draws, and also card effect to co-link, card effect protection against co-links. This one battle protection. Phoenix's battle protection. Trap destruction. Extra draws. We got two Link Spires. I'm playing two Link Spires because for the Shine Balls. Alright, so they're really, really helpful. And then the one Link Karibo, because this card helps us go into our Skull Dread play. Anyway, that's my Mekk Knight deck for you guys. This is the build I basically play all the time. I made little tweaks. I had the Nightmares in here just a little while ago. I didn't. The other two videos I was not playing the Nightmare cards. But I decided, you know what? Before I make this, before I make this video, I'm gonna throw them in, see how they are. They work pretty well. So you know what? They're in here. I've been thinking of putting Griffon in here, but I can't find the room for them. I might put one Skull. I might drop a Skull Dread or something, and I put them in. But I might either drop Skull Dread or probably drop Fire. I might even drop Firewall, honestly. But you know what? They're here just in case. All right. But you know what? If I ever need them, I'll throw them in. Anyway. That's it for my Mekk Knight deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to hit the like button, and that's going to be alright. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Let me know if you have any suggestions for anything else, for anything in my deck that I may have missed or forgot to put in. Because if there's something important in the Mekk Knight that the Mekk Knight deck is really can do very well with, and I just don't have it in here because I never realized. Alright, please let me know, because I would like to know, because Mekk Knights is probably one of my favorite decks right now. And anyway, that's gonna be it for now. Alright, I'm thinking maybe make an invoke Mekk Knight deck as well. So I'm gonna probably look into that. Anyway, now that is definitely gonna be all for now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, hit the like button. I already did all that. Anyway, that's alright. Goodbye.